Hello and welcome back to week 12 now of the Fit to Fat to Fit experiment. In this week's video, I have 4 points to cover. And as the title already suggests, point number 1 is that I have failed. I have failed at my own promise to myself that I wouldn't cheat anymore. Unfortunately, I did cheat. Just that Friday when I shot the video, I said that I don't want to do it again. And then Saturday, I was invited to a birthday party that I attended of a close friend, and I did drink at that party. Saturday, I fasted for most of the day, and then in the evening, I decided I'll go and I'll have a few drinks, and they'll be low-calorie drinks, but I didn't want to get too drunk because when you fasted, it hits you quite severely. I had a pizza, and if you kind of look at this video here, you can see there was a massive spike in my blood glucose. So I know the pizza does spike my blood glucose. And I had a few drinks. I stuck to low-calorie drinks like wine, and gin and sparkling water, and still, it set me back massively. I mean, I've said it before. If you look at this video here, where I talk about how alcohol was the key to me getting fat, turns out it's a massive obstacle to actually losing weight, especially now that I have everything else optimized. My diet's on point, my exercise is on point. I fast 3 times a week. I run and swim in the mornings 5 days a week. I hike every time I fast in the evenings. And still, if you look at this chart here, my weight loss, that little sort of hump there at the bottom, that is literally this week. I am now, this morning I was at 76 kilos on the dot, and yesterday I was at 75.3, and that's basically what I was last week. So this week has been in effect a dud. Not quite, but still, given all the other things I'm doing, it's basically set me back by a whole week. I mean, I knew that alcohol's bad. I knew should have that effect, but you think you can get away with it, even if, I thought because I'm doing all these other things, I can have a few drinks and get away with it, but apparently not. And this sort of becomes this apparent only when you're trying to radically change something about your diet and your lifestyle. So yeah, that was my biggest learning. I mean, I certainly am not the quickest learner. Clearly, I need multiple attempts and fail to realize just how impactful that is. So yeah, if there's one takeaway that you can maybe take away from this video, alcohol will set you back massively. I mean, I guess if I did go out 2 days of the week and I had some drinks on each of those days with some, I guess, unhealthy food, there would be no way I could even do this because that weekend would set me back by the whole week. So yeah, that's learning number 1. Point number 2 is my diet is finally fully optimized. I eat to my macros. I now meal prep, so all my meals that I do eat are, pre-cooked, and I make sure that I got, all the protein, all the veg, and the right kind of carbs. I'll include a video here you can kind of check out, and another one here. And as you can see, maybe it's not visually appealing because I cook for myself. I don't really care what it looks like. But I do meal prep, and it's been great. Once you kind of hit the groove with meal prepping and you get in the habit of buying the right products and cooking the right meals, dieting, and especially like if you're trying to like rapidly recompose your body, it just takes like a whole lot of thinking out of the equation because I know how to calculate my foods. They're very easy to add into my fitness pal, and I know I have like a sense of comfort that I have all my things prepared. I can just get on with my life. I can get on with work, and my diet is going to be taken care of, and that's great. I should have started earlier, but as I said, I'm trying to make this as sustainable as possible so that I can stick to it. And finally, that's happened, so I'm glad about it. And point number 3. Because of the way I eat now and because of how low carb I live for the most part, when I do have carbs, and especially when I do have carbs before the gym, I am carb super compensating, which means that my insulin sensitivity is really high. And when I finally have the carbs, the insulin kind of rams all the glycogen into the muscles, and they retain a lot more water, which means when I get a pump after the workout, my muscles they really fill out like to an enormous degree. And I'll have a video here. You can see what I look like before the workout. This is 2 days ago. And then I have a video here where you can see what I look like straight after the workout. I've changed my shorts, but you can see like the muscle pump is like making a massive difference, which is very motivating. When you see that in the gym, you're like, yeah, well, this is what I'm going to look like at least in a few weeks without the pump, give or take. And point number 4, I'm finally releasing content videos. You should see the first video on Thursday. This Thursday will be the first video. I've got a new camera, I've got a new setup, so hopefully this is going to make them a lot easier to make, because I do have a business to run, I do have other things I do. This is sort of a passion project, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. And with that, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the journey, please subscribe, comment, like. I'll read all the comments. I really enjoy seeing the feedback. It kind of makes it more worthwhile. And if you're interested in the journey, if this video kind of intrigued you, like, who is this guy? What's he even doing here? I'll have a playlist video here, so you can just check that out. If you click on it, it'll take you to the whole Fit to Fat to Fit experiment playlist, where you can see from the start how I got to an obese stage, and then now you can join me for the journey, sort of back down to very lean, shredded type of look. Yeah, with that said, that concludes this video, and I'll see you in the next one.